This was my first time meeting my grandfather, and he clearly didn't want me there. He even told me to leave. My aunt dropped me off and left me alone, so I ran back myself. He ignored me and locked the door. People in the village said he was strange. I had nowhere else to go after losing my parents. I opened the unlocked goat shed and stayed there through a stormy night. Early the next morning, he came to milk the goats. He didn't look at me, but handed me a spoon of fresh milk. I drank it, and he said he would send me away soon. At the church, the pastor checked me and said I was healthy. My grandfather still refused to keep me. He said someone would take me in after 3 days. I had to stay with him until then. Back at the house, I stood at the door and asked where I should sleep. He said it was up to me. Inside there was only one chair and one bed. I climbed to the attic and rolled on the hay. I said I didn't want to go to the orphanage and wanted to stay. He said nothing and kept eating. The next morning, Peter went up the mountain to herd goats. I wanted to follow. My grandfather told me to finish my milk first. I washed my face, grabbed lunch, and ran after him. The mountain was full of sunlight. I ran freely. We rolled on the grass and mimicked marmots. During a break, Peter grabbed cheese and sausage and took a bite. I saw it. He said the goats did it. I said nothing. 2 goats started fighting. He whipped them. I stopped him and said I would share my lunch. He agreed but told me not to tell my grandfather. He said people claimed my grandfather had killed someone back home. I stayed aside while eating. I said I would sleep in the shed. My grandfather saw through it. He told me to trust my own judgment. I walked over and hugged him. He didn't know how to react. Time passed quickly. I told Peter I would be sent away the next day. He acted like he didn't care. When I got home, there was a new chair at the table. I asked if it was for me. He didn't deny it. I hugged him, and he held me back. Autumn passed. Peter said he had to go to school. I wanted to go too, but my grandfather refused. Heavy snow covered the mountain in winter. I stared out the window. He brought out a sled and took me down the slope. At Peter's house, I saw his grandmother was blind. She had almost no teeth that night. My grandfather came to take me home. I held on to him. After winter, my aunt came back. She said she found me a good home. She was actually selling me as a companion. My grandfather told her to leave. She didn't give up. She lied that he didn't want me and took me away. By the time he realized and ran down the mountain, I was gone in a carriage. People in town mocked him. He went back up the mountain with tears in his eyes. I was taken to a mansion. My aunt took the money and left. The owner wanted me to keep Clara company. She was kind. I didn't know the rules. I broke a vase. She took the blame at the table. I embarrassed myself. The housekeeper taught me manners. I fell asleep listening. The teacher asked me to read. I couldn't read letters. Clara helped me out. She showed me a painting of her and her mother. She said she couldn't stand after her mother passed. I opened the window, but saw nothing. The housekeeper said I had to go to the clock tower. I pushed Clara out and climbed up. I still saw nothing. When we returned, the housekeeper got angry. Clara's kittens made her allergic. Everything turned chaotic. I was punished and not allowed to eat. I packed my things and tried to leave. I was stopped. Bread fell out of my bag. It was for Peter's grandmother. Clara thought it was her fault that I wanted to leave. Later, her father and grandmother returned. Her grandmother taught me how to read. One night, the door was found open. People thought it was a ghost. It turned out I was sleepwalking. The doctor said I missed my grandfather too much. He suggested sending me back. I was sent back to the mountain. Before leaving, I asked someone to give Clara the little eagle my grandfather carved. I returned to the village. I gave the bread to Peter's grandmother. I ran back up the mountain to see my grandfather. I went back to herding goats. I hid from rain, lay in the sun, and ate hard bread to let me go to school in winter. My grandfather moved down to the village. I started writing letters to Clara. She missed me too. Later, she was brought to the mountain. I ran to her and hugged her. She stayed in the attic. She learned to live like me. Peter was unhappy. He pushed her wheelchair down the mountain. My grandfather carried her up. She looked at the mountains. A butterfly landed on her foot. She stood up. Peter and I helped her practice walking. Not long after, her father came to take her home. He was shocked to see her walking before leaving. Her grandmother gave me a blank book. She told me to write my own story. I started writing everything I found beautiful. And this story is just beginning.